Steel hums and generators buzz constantly under strain. Hundreds of miles from the nearest town, a military radar station stands alone on a frozen landscape that seems to stretch forever in every direction. This is a place where life is not just hard, it is demanding, unrelenting, and requires focus at every moment. The Arctic is not a place you simply visit. It is a world that surrounds you and tests you silently, slowly, and without warning. For months at a time, the people stationed here become both protectors and captives of this frozen expanse. Their world is a palette of white snow, gray skies, and endless black nights. The only sounds are the constant hum of machinery, the occasional crack of frost underfoot, and the fierce wind that howls against the metal walls. Yet even in this harsh and unforgiving environment, life persists. There are stories of human strength, clever problem solving, and the ability to adapt in ways most people cannot imagine. In this video, we will go inside that hidden world. We will explore the daily routines, the dangers, the moments of awe, and the incredible ways men and women live and work in complete darkness for weeks on end. This is not just a story about the Arctic. It is a story about the people who live inside it. The Arctic is a land of extremes. Temperatures can drop so fast that bare skin can freeze in minutes. Snowstorms appear out of nowhere, reducing visibility to almost nothing and turning familiar paths into confusing mazes. The wind bites, ice stretches as far as the eye can see, and the ground is hard and unyielding. To live and work here, you need more than courage. You need determination, discipline, and the right equipment to survive. The radar station itself is like a fortress. It is built from steel and concrete to withstand freezing winds and the weight of heavy snow. Inside it is warm and safe, but only if everything works perfectly. The station is responsible for watching hundreds of miles of Arctic airspace, tracking objects, and maintaining constant communication with headquarters far away. Without these stations, huge areas of the Arctic would go unmonitored, and strategic safety could be at risk. Life inside the station is a careful balance between routine and constant vigilance. The living quarters are compact, with tight bunks, narrow hallways, and walls lined with critical equipment. Every person has a role. Radar operators, engineers, cooks, medics, and officers all work together as a team. Every action matters, because even a small mistake can endanger both people and equipment. Mental strength is as important as physical ability. During the long Arctic winter, the sun disappears for weeks or even months, leaving the station in almost total darkness. Time feels strange. Days blend into nights, and nights stretch endlessly. Communication with the outside world is limited. Mail, calls, and video chats are rare. This isolation can be mentally exhausting. Boredom, anxiety, and loneliness are real threats. To cope, the crew develops small routines and rituals, like watching movies together, playing card games, sharing stories, or celebrating small holidays. These moments help them remember they are still human, not just operators in a frozen building. The work at a radar station never really stops. Radar operators watch for any unusual signals on their screens, constantly interpreting data. Engineers check machinery and electronics that can freeze or break in extreme temperatures. Even walking across the metal floors or climbing stairs requires caution because frost and ice make everything slippery. Every day is a test of focus, patience, and endurance. Yet, even in this challenging environment, there are moments of beauty that take your breath away. Sometimes, the sky comes alive with the aurora borealis, waves of green and purple dancing silently across the horizon. Occasionally, wildlife appears near the station. Arctic foxes, reindeer, or even a distant polar bear walking across the snow. These moments remind the crew that life continues outside their walls, and that the Arctic is full of wonders, even if it is dangerous. These rare moments of beauty are fleeting. The station is a place of duty, not relaxation. The real challenges come from routine and unexpected emergencies. Equipment can fail without warning, storms can isolate the station for days, and sub-zero temperatures can make simple tasks risky. Emergency drills happen constantly, Out here, a delay of even a few minutes can turn small problems into major crises. The Arctic itself is also changing. Climate shifts have made weather less predictable, snowfall patterns different, and ice less stable. For radar personnel, this means they must always be ready to adjust and respond quickly. Routes that were safe before might now be dangerous, and conditions that were predictable can suddenly become hazardous. Adaptation is not optional. It is a requirement for survival. Life at a radar station is as much about the people as it is about the mission. Operators interpret complex signals that could indicate threats hundreds of miles away. Engineers keep sensitive equipment running in freezing conditions. Cooks prepare meals that boost morale and give everyone energy to continue working. Medics care for minor injuries, frostbite, and mental health concerns. Every person matters, and their humanity defines the station's success. Isolation shapes character. The crew talks about the eerie silence of the Arctic night, a stillness so complete that even the sound of a generator feels loud. Bonds between team members are extremely strong, built from shared hardships and constant reliance on one another. At the same time, the crew faces moments of fear and stress, equipment failures, unexpected storms, or health emergencies that must be handled immediately. These experiences create a unique culture of teamwork and resilience. Working in permanent darkness is mentally challenging. Without sunlight, sleep patterns are disrupted, mood swings are common, and some crew members experience depression. The station uses artificial lights, structured schedules, and mental health support to help personnel cope. Still, the psychological strain is constant, and staying alert for long hours is difficult. The crew learns to depend on each other, creating a support system that makes long deployments bearable. Technology is essential, but so is human judgment. Radar operators make decisions that protect the safety of airspace and monitor potential threats. Engineers ensure that every system functions despite freezing temperatures. Leadership coordinates schedules, monitors morale, and makes strategic decisions. Without this collaboration, the station could not function. It is the combination of human skill and technology that allows the Arctic outpost to exist. Even small problems can have serious consequences. A frozen pipe can stop water circulation. A misread radar signal can create unnecessary panic or miss a real threat. Drills are constant, preparing the crew for scenarios they hope never happen, but must always be ready for. The margin for error is almost zero. Life at a radar station is a rhythm of contrasts. Hours of routine monitoring are punctuated by sudden emergencies, alarms, or storms. These bursts of high-intensity work are stressful, but they also give purpose to each day. They create a heartbeat, a pattern of action and awareness that defines life in isolation. The Arctic offers rare glimpses of the extraordinary. Aurora borealis, glimmers of wildlife, and endless frozen landscapes remind the crew of the scale and power of nature. Even in harsh conditions, these moments provide perspective, awe, and a renewed appreciation for the environment. Environmental responsibility has become more important than ever. Radar stations monitor changing conditions and must also operate sustainably. Fuel use, waste management, and careful planning are essential. The crew's mission is not just defense, it is also stewardship of a fragile ecosystem. Mistakes can have long-term consequences for safety and the environment. Through isolation, darkness, mechanical challenges, and harsh weather, personnel endure. They witness natural wonders that few people ever see and travel across landscapes that feel almost otherworldly. These experiences shape them, teaching patience, resilience, and adaptability. The Arctic challenges both mind and body, leaving lasting lessons in teamwork and survival. The technology at the stations is impressive, but human ingenuity keeps it functioning. Operators read complex radar screens, engineers maintain machinery in sub-zero temperatures, and leadership ensures smooth coordination. The station is alive in a sense, powered by human effort and precision. Without this collaboration, the Arctic would remain inaccessible, dangerous, and unmonitored. Even in routine tasks, vigilance is required. Frozen equipment, miscommunication, or simple accidents can create serious risks. Constant attention, drills, and teamwork are necessary to avoid disaster. Every task, every check, every observation is part of a larger mission to maintain safety and readiness. Life at a radar station is a constant balance of routine and emergency, isolation and teamwork, danger and discovery. Personnel manage equipment, monitor signals, maintain psychological health, and respond to emergencies, all while living in complete darkness for months. Their work requires resilience, focus, and adaptability every day. Balance. Every shift, every observation, every decision contributes to the mission. Some tasks are simple, like maintenance or monitoring signals. Others are complex, like handling emergencies, managing storms, or interpreting unexpected radar data. Regardless, the principles remain the same: vigilance, cooperation, and careful attention. The station does not care whether a task feels routine, it only requires correctness. Mission. The people who live here leave changed. They gain skills, instincts, and experiences impossible to replicate elsewhere. Their environment is extreme, their work is vital, and their stories are extraordinary. They are guardians, observers, and survivors, living in one of the most remote and difficult places on Earth. Guardians. The Arctic Radar Station is more than a building. It is a test of human endurance, teamwork, and ingenuity. The personnel are explorers in their own way, facing challenges few people could imagine. They adapt, innovate, and survive, proving that the human spirit can endure even the darkest, coldest, and most isolated environments. Endurance. Isolation, darkness, and harsh weather shape personality, teamwork, and resilience. Every day, personnel navigate hazards, psychological strain, and complex tasks. They learn patience, foresight, and the importance of trust. Their lives are defined by challenges that are extreme, yet teach valuable lessons about human endurance. Trust. These stations are glimpses into a world very few ever see. They are places where human skills, technology, and environmental extremes meet. Every decision, every task, and every ritual contributes to survival and success. The radar personnel are witnesses to nature's power and guardians of their country's safety, balancing duty with awe, challenge with beauty. Witnesses. To understand life inside an Arctic radar station is to understand more than just technology or strategy. This place shows the limits of human endurance, the effects of isolation, and the incredible ways people adapt to survive in darkness, cold, and solitude. The Arctic will always be extreme. The people who live here are extraordinary. They face harsh weather, endless darkness, and isolation, while maintaining vigilance, teamwork, and professionalism. Their work protects not just their country, but also a delicate and unforgiving environment. If this journey into the frozen outpost of the Arctic captivated you, stay tuned for the next video. In that episode, we will explore another extreme environment and the incredible stories of the people who live there.